Hello and welcome to the world of effortless video editing with Filmora 13. Whether you are a seasoned creator or just starting out, Filmora 13 brings you a fresh set of powerful tools and new features to make your video editings very professional and nice. This latest version has everything you need to create stunning content with ease. So the first thing we need to learn about is accessing Filmora 13. You can do that by opening your browser, come anywhere within the search bar and just go ahead and search in Google. You can just go ahead and search for Filmora 13 just like so and hit on enter. It's the latest version of Filmora. You can see it over here, Wondershelf Filmora. You can click on it and it will bring you over to this very platform. Okay, so you can see the beauty of Filmora. You can even check out what are some of the basic features if you want to learn about the advanced things, the new things that they bring about in the new updates that they have. You can check around and see what you can have access to. But for today, we're going to keep it simple. We're going to go straight to the main point to download the software and learn about using it. So you can download directly by coming to download over here, or you can go try it for free, and then it will automatically detect which operating system you're working on and it will give you the installer for that particular operating system. For my own case, this is Mac operating system, and that's why it has just given me the Mac version of the operating system. It will detect your own version and it is going to give you exactly what you need. So I've downloaded mine. Installation is also free and very easy to use. I've just installed mine. So I will allow you to install yours. Once you finished, we can meet at the other side to continue with the appreciation. Filmora 13. You can always come to your launchpad and you can search for it, Filmora 13, and you can see it over here, Filmora Wondershelf for Mac. You can just click. Alright, so you will be welcome to this very platform. This is Filmora 13 platform. You can check it out. This is create a new project. You can create a new project from here by just clicking on this blue color. You can just click to kickstart a new project. But one thing you should know is that these are some of the new features that are launched by Filmora. They are very fantastic and are very many. You can see you have the screen recorder, the AI text to video, you have AI text-based editing, you can have silence detector in your video content, AI stylizer, AI copywriting, and many more. You can even click on these three dots to have access to all of them. You can see quite a number of them as regards the content. This is auto reframing, and then this is instant mode. You can check around and see which one is good for you. Now, one thing I need to point out before you start is that you can define the aspect ratio of your video however you want it. You can go with 16:9, which is the default YouTube or normal video 1920 by 1080 sizing. Okay, pixels, you can see 9:16 or 1:1, depending. You can choose accordingly from here as you start. And then another thing you can pay attention to is here you can upload or open an existing project that you are working on Filmora. If you are working on another project, you can easily open it directly within your system, navigate to wherever you have it, and then you can open it and continue with your editing process. And then over here you can access the transfer center. This is for cloud, and then this is the looks of this. You can check for updates from here and so on, and then you can check out the support center over here. And down here you have the Filmora cloud. If you have anything saved on the cloud, you should be able to synchronize what you have on your device and for the cloud. More especially, this is available for the pro versions. Okay, so and then you have the creator hub where you can see trending things in Filmora, as well as the videos people are making and so on. And then they have the AI toolbox, like we've explained what you can do with their AI. You can do screen recording and do AI text to video and so on. Okay, but for now, let's go back to the main initial homepage, and you can click to create a project, and you'll be welcome to this very interesting platform. Now, what you need to notice here is that there are quite a number of items and features from here. It's just the normal video editing platform. The looks is the same, But then you have to understand that. Let me take you through some of the basic things you need to understand. This is the media panel. This is where you import your media and just dump them here. They can be classified accordingly. You can import from media files, from media folder. You can import a folder, you can import a file, or from a camera or a phone. You can import directly from all of these. And then you have stock media that are available on Filmora. These are stock media videos, and you can have them classified as commercial and non-commercial. All of these with the diamond sign, they are paid versions, and you can see quite a number of some of them that are not paid, that are free to use. So if you are trying this, you should pay attention to using only the free ones, so you don't have to have a watermark during your exports. Okay, so something like these are very free to use, so you can use only the free ones. You have audios that are very free to use as well, so many of them you can use as background music for your content. Titles of different types, when you hover over them, you'll be able to see what kind of title you're going to get, and so on. There are quite a number of them. And then we have transitions, effects, filters. We have quite a number of things, controls that you can, stickers and templates that you can work with during your editing to create intros, outros, and so on. Okay, so this is about these. This is the preview canvas. This is where you can preview all of your videos that you are editing from the timeline. And then this is the properties panel. This is where you have the properties of the video clips that you've imported into the media bin, okay, or into the timeline that you are working on. So down here, this is where you have the timeline and some very basic editing tools from here, like you can cut, delete, ripple, delete, and crop things, and even ask AI about your editing. You can have them directly from here. And these are some basic things that if you are editing, you should be familiar with. You can mute audio, you can hide video track directly with these features directly, and you can add tracks accordingly around here. So let's start with the beginning. After the introduction of the platform, you can, first of all, you have to save your project. So we create a project, you can save let's say demo video, and then you can define where you want to save it directly. From here you can go to, let's say we'll go to my desktop, and I have this, let's say I'm saving it here. Okay, so we've saved this video because you can see right now it has been saved. Okay, so the next thing is, let's import a media and then see how we can do some very basic editings here. So to import media, we can go back to media, and then we can come to import. We can import audio, images, and videos. So let's go straight. All right, so let's say I have these audios and I import all of them here. I import this audio and I want to add, let's say I want to import some videos. These are some images, and then these are some videos that I have imported. Okay, so you can see I have imported some images, videos, and audios here. Now the first thing you need to do is to start by dragging and dropping the media into the media bin. Okay, you can you can sort them accordingly. You can show all videos, you can show all audios or all images. This is all, but if you want to show only video, you can see this is only video. If you want to show only audio, you can see this is only audio, and so on. But at this case, I want to show all of them. So let's start with importing the video into the timeline. Okay, so you can do that by selecting, or you can select, and when you select, you can see that this is a preview of the video that we're going to import. If you like, you can import using two methods. For example, at this point, I hit the I sign to define the in point. I want to take this point, and then you can move across to another point and define the O point or the output point using the I and O to define the in point and out point. And once you drag this, you drop it into the timeline. You have just dragged and dropped only the section that you have selected. Okay, the resolution will change, so I can see I want it to be stay at 1920 by 1080, 25 frame rate per second, and that's what I get. Okay, so once I import this video, I can go ahead and import more. So for example, I may have this particular one, and I can click to preview it. Once you click, you are previewing on the panel. I say at this point I want this to be the I point, the in point, and then manually I can pause this, and I can use this also to drag to define my I point, maybe up to this point, and then I can drag and drop this. Okay, so this is the second one. And then let's say we can import So we have these two media into the timeline. Okay, so we have this playhead, this red one. This is called playhead. It is just the player that once you play, you can be able to see what is beneath that playhead on the preview panel. Okay, so that is importing media into the timeline. You can import different types of media. You can even import an image directly. Let's say we make this image on this next layer. Okay, you can see it has created another layer. So let's create another one with this. Okay, let's add another one, but you can make them in the same line if you are interested. So you can see we've just imported our basic things into this. Now the next thing that we want to learn is basic editing. How do we do some very basic editings within our clip? So there are two ways. The first one is we can do what we call trimming. You can trim from the edges of the video. You can select a video clip like I've explained. You can see the properties of that video from here. You can see the basic properties. You can do transformation. You can scale it up or down. For example, you can scale it on the x-axis, x and y-axis together, or if you want to unlink it, you can unlink and then expose only the x-axis or only the y-axis, depending on what you're interested in. But let me undo this in both cases, and I want to keep it locked. So anytime you want to zoom in, let it zoom together in the x and y direction. You can change the position. If you're interested, you can move to the left or to the right, depending on y or on x-axis. These are very basic things you can do. You can rotate also to any angle of your choice. You can rotate using this particular feature. Okay, and once you want to go back, you can always take it back to 0, or you can undo this and it will just come back to 0. You can flip to the left, right, and so on. You can do all of this, and then you can check the blend mode, the opacity. You can change the opacity and background. If you want to remove the background of a video, you can do it very easily here, and so much other controls that you can have. Auto enhance of a video, you can do that directly. So these video properties, you have the audio properties as well. In terms of video, we still have the mask properties. If you want to mask some section of the video, you have AI tools, you have animations. If you want to use chroma keys, so this is fade in and fade out, how the video should work on the preview panel. And then you have the audio properties. You can reduce the volume. If you don't want to have much volume, you can reduce. You can have controls about the sound balance, fade out and fade in. You can put this, especially when you have background music and so on. We'll deal with this when we come to dealing with audio. All right, and then we have coloration. We have different kind of coloration. You can change the strength, temperature, and tint, vibrance. We'll look at this in brief in a bit. And then we have speed. You can increase or decrease the speed of a particular clip using this. Now back here, the first thing we need to learn about is some basic editings within the video clip. For example, let's click on this, and assuming I want to create some split, or I want to cut some sections that I don't want within this clip, I can do that in two ways. The first one is you can come all the way, select the clip, and you can do what we call trimming. You can trim by going to the edges of the video, just like the way I have this one, until your cursor turns into this sign, and you can click and drag, and then you can see you trimming the section up all the way to a particular point that you want. This is snapping back because you have enabled the clip snapper. You've trimmed that section, and then you can do the same on the other side as well. So let's say from here you can select and you can drag also to the right. You can see you've trimmed this section as well from the right. So one good thing about trimming is that it is reversible. If you want to reverse that section that you've trimmed, you can still select, go to the same option until your cursor comes into this sign, and then you can click. You can drag back to undo the trimming of the sections that you've done before. You can do the same also on the other side. Okay, and you can trim back just like that, and you can see it is trimming back those sections that you have not that you have trimmed back. So that's the beauty of using trim. And another thing that you can do is you can cut some sections out. So for example, if I want to create a cut here, there are two ways. You can use this scissors method. You can just click on it, and you can see it has just created a cut. My clip is now divided into two, and maybe I can move to another section from here to maybe here, and I can do the same clip. Okay, and I can see right now I have my clips split into 3 sections. So now I can select this section. I can either press delete on my keyboard, or I can come here and say delete, and you can see I have deleted that section. Okay, so that's one way. Let me undo this. So to create split or to split a particular clip, all you need is to go over to the place. For example, over here, you can do that with shortcut keys. You can do Command B to create that same split, and then you can move to another section. You can do Command B and create another split on that section as well. And you can select that section, the next section, and delete accordingly. So let me undo this also. So there's another way you can do them with commands. If you hold the Option and the open bracket, it's going to delete from the beginning of the section to where this playhead is. So Option and the open bracket will do the. So when you right click, you can see the different features of what you can do. Trim start to playhead and trim stop to end to playhead. You can do them using these two features. Okay, the open and close brackets. Okay, so this is it. And if you are at a particular place, you can see if you are here, I want to trim from here to here, from the end to this point. You can just hold down the Option key and do the close bracket, and you can see it has trimmed the section from the other place. All right, so let me undo this and do that again. All right, so let's say I want to trim this section from the beginning of the clip to the playhead here. All I can do is hold down the Option key on my keyboard and you press the open bracket sign on the keyboard. So Option open bracket is going to delete from the beginning to the playhead. And the same way, if I want to do the same editing from here, assuming I want to delete from the playhead to the end of this clip, I can just hold down the Option key and use the closing bracket, and it is just going to close it just like that. So that is editing, very basic editings, and you have other things to check out here. You can undo things, you can redo things, you can check on this to see the different options of your mouse settings, and then you can crop things directly from here. You can crop the video, you can change the orientation, you can select it, and you can crop to any size and make it that size if you're interested to maybe focus on a particular size. Once you hit on apply, it's going to take that particular section. So you can reset this and then you can cancel this, because at this moment I don't want to crop this. All right, so that is the basic editings. You can have other things, like you can add in different kind of rectangle or shapes over here into your drawings or into your video, and this enables you to add quick text or quick 3D text into the video. We'll look at this basically as we move on. So the next thing is, let's try to learn how to add some transitions in between clips. So for example, in between this clip, when you look at it, you can see that there's a jump cut here when this is playing. So there's a bit of a jump cut here, and probably I want to add in some transition into this. I can add transition very easily between this and this by just hovering over here. You can see transitions. Okay, you can check around, you can see different types of transition, from dissolve to fade in. You can fade to black and then move just like that, warp, zoom, and so on. You can see fast wipe zoom, okay, wipe right. So you can see I like this one, so we can just drag it and just drop in between these two clips. All right, and you can see we've just added it. So you have, once you select the transition, you have a bunch of controls that you can check out over here. For example, the prefix, the overlap, and the postfix. You can include trimmed frames also if you're interested, but at this point I want to keep everything at default. And you can on your own hover to the edge of the transition and you can make it faster or extend it to make it faster in the transition aspect. So let's go back here and let's play and see how we have changed the whole thing. Okay, so let's try this to see one more time what we have just created. Okay, I think that's fine. So you can alter the sizing or the speed of the transition as well from here by just moving close or faster or backward. You can see by increasing or decreasing it, and you can do that across any clip of your choice. Okay, so that's adding transitions. Let's add some text into this and then do some very basic things as regards to text. So to add text, all you need is to come over to the T sign over here, and then you can select from the available ones. You can see from the templates, for example, you can select anyone. As you hover over, you'll be able to see what kind of text you are going to import. So let's select everything here, and let's move this a bit backward, and let's have a basic intro into this. So we can just drag and drop here. Alright, so right now you can see it has added the text, so let's go back and customize it. So once we select the text, you can see it over here on our timeline or on our preview panel, and then we can come over here to have the properties. These are the properties of the text that this is the properties of the text that we've just added. Okay, your title here, so you can put your title here. So for example, let's say epic mentorship. Okay, so you can resize this. You have quite a number of options to use from here. You can bold, italize, underline, and so on. You have all of these features, and you can change the looks of it, give it some professional touch, and then the scaling, you can scale down, okay, to make it fit into that particular box that you have. And then you can rotate if you want. You can change the position from here and so on. You have kind of a number of controls also from here. You can add some shapes and background, and then some outline if you want to add some outline. At the moment there is an outline and the color is blue. You can make it red if you're interested to make it a bit sharper. Okay, the opacity, you can play around with the opacity and many other things, the thickness and so on. You can play around with all of these, and then once you are certain and okay with the text that you have, you can have a preview of it down here. You can just play and you can see epic mentorship, and then it's going to zoom out. Okay, so very nice and fantastic. So this is adding a text. You can add filters as well to your videos. To add filters, all you need is to come all the way to filters over here. You can see a number of filters that you can add to kind of give it some changes or to change the looks of your video directly. So all you need is just to drag and drop a filter on top like this, and it is going to change the looks of your video. You can see it has just changed everything, the looks of the video over here. Okay, so you can see it has just changed the looks of this. Okay, if you want to play around with the intensity, we can select the effect or the filter that we've just added, and we can reduce the effect from here directly. You can come over here and reduce the intensity or the opacity of the effect that you have on that particular video. Okay, so these effects, these filters, you can add effects as well directly by coming over to effect. You can check around the ones that you like, and then you can easily drag and drop them. Okay, so you can easily drag and you can drop them on a particular clip, and you can see it has just given that particular effect. Alright, you can see the effect that it has given to our video. So that's fantastic. So just go ahead and explore which ones you want and which one you want to add to your clip. You have stickers as well. You can add different kind of stickers to your video to make it look different and professional. Okay, so you can see this, there are different types of stickers that you can easily drag and drop on your video. Like for example, we can go with something like this and just drop it. Alright, so one thing with stickers is that you can resize them directly by just selecting from here. You can go to the sticker properties, selecting them. You can go over here, you can change the scaling. You can scale them to make them smaller, and you can define the location where you want to put them. For example, I may want to put them at the top over here. I may want to put them here and probably at the bottom here. Let's say we keep them here. All right, so when you play, you'll be able to see their effect. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, I think this is fantastic. So that's stickers. You have a number of things that you can add. Let's add audio on this. So for example, you can come to audio. You can add from the available ones that you have here. So to add, you can just drag and drop an audio clip here. Alright, so you can see right now we have our audio added, and I can see right now it is too long. So the editing process in audio is the same that we have in the video as well. Once you select the clip, you can go to anywhere and maybe stop it. Maybe let's say we'll cut it at this point because this is where our video stopped. So let's do shift option and the close sign, and you can see it has just the closing bracket, and you can see it has just trimmed from the beginning to the end. It has done the ripple trim from the end to the playhead, and then we can go ahead and reduce the volume because right now the volume is going to be too high. Yeah, this is too high, so you can select the audio. You can come over here and reduce the volume to something like -75. It's okay. I think this is too quiet, so let's bring it up a bit. This is too quiet as well, so let's keep it somewhere here. I think this is okay. And if you like, you can add some fade in and fade out from here directly. you can add them directly. This is fade in, which we have already at the beginning. You can see it has some fade in, but then the fade out is necessary here. Let's add some fade out, and you can see it down here created already. So once it's going to die out from that side. You can see it's dimming down, and it's going to go down to 0 from 100. So that's how to add the audio. So it's the same way you can play around with the images as b-rolls, or some things that you have on top of a video. If you're explaining something, you can trim them also to some extent. If you want to reduce the sizing, you can do the same. Okay, you can reduce the sizes if you want to reduce their sizings, and then you can as well cut down this if you're interested. But for now, let me undo this. I just want to keep the video this much length. So if you have everything you need over here, the beginning, we have a text, we have this, we have our transition sample, we have added some clips and selected the places, we've added some elements, some stickers and filters. And if everything that you have here is what you need, you are comfortable with what you have, and you want to export this particular video that we've just created, simply all you need is to start by coming to the export button over here. But these are some of the basic things that you can add. But if you want to add more, for example, you can add the stock media. If you want to add in stock media footage from here, you can search also. If you want to search, for example, you can say animals, and you can search directly from the platform, and then connect with some video clips and even images if you're interested. These are some animals. If you want to add the clips, you can always select on any of them by just selecting, drag and drop it here, and you can see you've added this clip. It's just going to download it for you. Okay, so you can see you've added this clip. You can select it, and you have all the properties that we are talking about over here. You can play it if you're interested to have a look at what you have just added. Okay, and to select the portion that you want to add as well. If you want to do the in and out point that we've explained. If you want to have images as well, you can search for images only from here, or you can do the AI image generator. Okay, so these are basics, and once you are done, assuming we like what we see here, we like what you've created. Or one thing I forgot also to talk about is these signs. You can mute an audio from here by just selecting on this. You can mute the audio directly to explain this, and we can mute a particular track from here. We can mute the whole of this track with this I sign, enabling and disabling. You can mute and unmute it if you're interested, or hide and unhide it if you're interested. So assuming we like what we see, we like what we've created, and we just want to export this as a video for our own consumption or for our own usage, all you need is to come over to export. Over here, you can click on export. You can create a video, or export selected clip, or export to device, or upload to YouTube or to TikTok or to Vimeo. You can just go ahead and do that. But for this case, I want to export directly to my local drive or through my system. So we can select, and then you can come over here and define the name, which we have done, the location where you want it saved, which we have defined. But then you can specify directly, this is where I want my export to go to, and then you can define what kind of format. MP4 is the best, and the quality you can say recommended or higher quality. If you want higher quality, it's just going to be a bit more size. And the resolution, we have specified 1080 by 1920. This is what we want. And then the number of frame rate, you can increase it to 30 if you want to be specific. I like 30. And then the backup on the cloud, I don't want this. Auto highlight, I don't want this. So you can just go ahead. Once you are starting with all of this, you can see this is to my local drive, which is my system. I can just go ahead. You can check out the device options over here. But for now, we can just go with this and come down here, and you can just go ahead and click on export. So you can just go ahead and export. All right, so once you're done exporting, you can visualize, try to play the video and visualize it. I tell you, it is worth it to try Filmora 13 because the features are nice. You can have the AI features and many more features that are now available. You have this, so it is extracting the video right now, and you can see it has just finished. You can open the folder containing the video, and you can go ahead and play it if you're interested in playing. You can see it over here. It's been downloaded. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this concludes this tutorial about the basic usage of Filmora 13, you can just click on the link in the description of this video to have access to this, to try it if you want to try, and if you enjoy it, you can use it as your video content creation software that you can use to create your content. It's very, very wonderful and it's nice. I kind of like it. That's why I make this video tutorial about the usage of it. So go ahead and explore it, see what you can do, what you like best about some of the features of this, and then how you can improve and learn about it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.